Welcome back to depression-youarenotalone.com. I am Shannon. To my right is Lou. And behind the scenes is John. Who can say hello?
No.
No? Okay. So, today we are talking about, Lou?
Obvious things. My eyes are again dry because we had the grass cut and the weeds.
I cut the grass.
Well, it's about damn
I
time.
kind of did.
And then the weeds
I
just
know.
affect my vision, and my eyeballs dry out. Today I wanted to talk about, this is going back to the last episode we did about teens, about what's obvious. We can call this one Captain Obvious, I guess. You know, some things are obvious to a lot of people, some things are not obvious to a lot of people, right? It's great when things are obvious to people, but there also needs, in my opinion, there needs to be a level of understanding and patience. For example, if someone's got an addiction, right, they're an alcoholic, someone might say to that person, then stop drinking. Right?
Yeah.
That's easy. That's easy enough.
Really? That's how it works? That's not how it works. It's an addiction. It's an illness.
I mean, even if there are a few people that have managed to do that, cold turkey.
Right, there are people.
But the
that
majority, no.
I'm okay. I think we're off track here. I am talking about the other person saying to that person, just stop doing it. You know, if you go to a doctor and you say to your doctor, "Doctor, it hurts when I do this," and the doctor says,
Well, stop doing it.
"Stop doing it." Oh my God, he's a genius.
he solved my issue.
You'd really want a doctor that's going to, look at you, feel around, take X-rays, say, you know what, I'm not seeing anything. Let's do an MRI. Oh, it turns out you have a torn rotator cuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like this, I got
As
a blonde
opposed to,
joke.
don't do that.
This blonde, I went to the doctor. Her finger hurt. I mean, every time she touched, anywhere she touched her, it would hurt. And the doctor goes, "Yeah, you got a broken finger."
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's a Shannon story.
Yeah.
But talking about, obvious things, there are those that are people that are very aggressive. They see things, and they see someone going through something, and they just don't understand why you just don't stop doing it. Just stop doing it. Obviously, it doesn't work with an addiction, whether it's drugs or alcohol, right? That person may not want to do it, wants to stop doing it, but they can't. So they need help. Maybe the thing, instead of saying, well, just don't do that, would be to help them. Just like, say someone's fighting depression, and a friend or a loved one says, okay, just get over it. I promise you this. That doesn't work.
Well, depression it's probably the least understood by lay people.
Do you know why it doesn't work?
Of illnesses.
Do you know why it doesn't work? Because if someone's battling depression, they're already hurting, they're suffering. If you come at them and say, snap out of it. This is from someone who
Battles depression.
many years of experience in this, as those that watch our videos know. It's that easy, and I can't even do that. Right? You already feel bad about yourself. You're already struggling. And someone else is telling you, just snap out of it like that. It's over. It's done. And you can't do it. What does that tell you? What does that do to your self-esteem? What does that do to you? It brings you down even lower. You have those feelings of, I'm worthless. I can't do anything right. If you do, I'm not saying everybody does, but if you do, I went through those emotions. And then someone is telling you it's so simple that just like that, it's over. But you can't do it. Just like telling an alcoholic, you're an alcoholic, then don't drink.
Yeah, exactly.
And that person can't stop. They're already feeling, if they are, already feeling bad. There are those that I'm not ready to quit. I'm not ready, I'm not there. Or I don't want to. But there are those that do want to, that struggle, that try. And then someone tells them, just stop doing it. See how easy it is?
Cigarettes too.
How simple?
Cigarettes too.
Cigarette smoke.
Yeah.
Then don't smoke.
Yeah.
Then don't smoke. Okay, it's one of the most highly addictive drugs is nicotine. For a non-smoker to say to a smoker, then just don't smoke.
Yeah.
Simple solutions, right? That's not how it works.
That's not.
I'm going to get to the depression part, obviously, because that's our biggest thing here, is the snap out of it thing. Wow. That shows when you have someone you care about battling something and you never made the effort to try to understand. You're never going to be in their shoes. You're not going to. But to try to have an understanding that snap out of it is ridiculous. And if you're one of those people that say, well, I'm a motivator, then motivate yourself to gain knowledge before spewing crap. That is even not only not helpful, detrimental. There's a difference between you do something that's not helpful or doing something that's actually even detrimental. That's worse. Lack of knowledge does that.
Well, don't forget.
Egos.
A lot of people are unwilling or unable to get the information. A lot of people
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
No,
What does
some
that
people
mean?
are unwilling to say you got a family member that's got depression. Hey, kid, parents, okay, he's going through a phase. They're unwilling to go and research and see exactly what the kid's going through. Many of them are.
There's also a lot of people that think they're problem solvers. Yes.
Those are dangerous.
You may be a problem solver. You may be someone that's always on top of things, but you're not very helpful when you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Okay? Let's get that straight. You know everything. You know everything about everything. You don't, because no one does. No one does. There are things that are over your pay grade. Okay? And for those that have a lot of ego, don't want to hear that. Bring it down a few notches, down to earth, especially when there's someone counting on you. And what your words and your actions are actually detrimental. A lot of people like that too get frustrated. They get frustrated when they tell someone to do something and they don't do it. Frustrates them. They could walk away and say, you know what, then the hell with it, I'm not wasting my time with you anymore. Or they keep riding that person and attacking them because you're not doing what I'm telling you to do. And it pushes them away.
Yeah.
Makes them feel, if they're feeling small, not that they are, they're not, but they may feel that way because of what they're going through. Makes them feel even smaller because they're being attacked. Not being helped. There's a difference between helping someone and just flat out just attacking them. I have the solution. It's do this. Just do it. Because I'm me. I'm that type of person. I get things done. You're an idiot. Because, as I said, a lot of things are above our pay grade. We gain knowledge. We get help. We admit we don't know what to do. I've known so many people that will never admit that. Will never say, I don't understand this, I don't know what to do. Their ego will not allow that. They know everything. They're about everything. It's about your life. You want to live like that? Fine. Hey, who cares? You're a know-it-all. You know everything. When it comes to someone you know or care about that's in a crisis situation, set your ego aside. Ego set aside, because there's a lot at stake here. More important than your ego. Right? I've been frustrated many times. Shannon, John, other people. I can see what
Everybody gets frustrated.
I can see what needs to happen. It's not happening. I understand I can't make it happen. I can only try to help us get there, right? And notice a key word that I used was us.
Yeah.
Not you, get you there, get us there. Because when you care about someone, when you make it about us instead of about just them, because if it's just about them, it's easy to walk away. It's not my life, it's that person's life. If you make it about us, more motivated to let's
But you have a little support. You have.
do what we can.
Yeah.
Even though it's the other person's issue.
Yeah.
Let's do what we can.
Yeah.
Instead of, Why aren't you doing this? It's about you. That's not very supportive, in my opinion. But the point I wanted to make is what, and I mentioned this about things being obvious to people in the previous episode. Yes, certain things are obvious to people, certain things are not obvious to people. Some people just don't get it. Anything. We're all different. Our minds work differently. There are people that analyze, that see things, think, and there are people that just float through life. You have a friend. We were just talking about him.
Yeah, he's always floated through.
Floating through life his whole life.
Oh, the guy that wants to live in assisted living?
Right, he wanted to do that when he was 40.
He's like...
I brought that up. John has a friend that...
We're not going to get into details.
No, it's quick. It's a quick... I'll sum it up here.
And I've known him since I was a kid as well.
4 years old, whatever. He wants to live in assisted living because he's lazy. Because
No, we're not getting into it.
We're not going to get into it.
Tell one thing about it.
He might watch this. So.
Yeah, he might. If
but he knows what he is.
Well, sorry about
maybe
that.
too much trouble, but you know.
At least he recognizes things.
Okay, well that's a start.
Yes.
That's all we care about.
And he's been John's friend, but I've known him since I was a kid too. Love him. Hope everything's okay with him. Of course.
Yeah, known him since
Well,
high
of
school.
course.
Yeah, of course. You always wish.
But you want
Wish the
somebody to
best.
do well for themselves.
But I'm just bringing him up because we're all so different.
He's also got a disability too. So
Okay, I didn't know that.
That adds.
Didn't know that.
That
I
adds.
really don't
to
want
the-
to spend a lot of time.
All right, well,
talking
go
about it.
ahead.
Yeah.
All right, well,
I'm just trying to use it, make a comparison. That are people that are very detailed, that think about things, that focus on things, that are strategic, whatever. And then there are people that just float through life and they don't think about a lot of stuff.
Those are the happy people.
Those, those are the people.
A lot of those are the-
Sometimes they're the ones that need help.
Yeah.
Later on at some point.
Yeah, but a lot of times those are the happy people. They don't give a shit about anything.
Right, but there always comes times in your life.
Eventually,
You need
yeah,
to
they're
give
going to
a
have
shit.
to.
You need
Yeah.
to figure things out.
You do.
Yeah.
And
if you don't figure
care for
things
yourself.
out, then you're going to be in trouble. Hopefully you have others that'll help you figure things out and be there for you. Not to figure things out for you.
And be able to plan in case.
What you need, you know what? You need to be kind to yourself. How about that? You really do. You need to be kind to yourself. No, that goes with
That goes without saying.
Well, but many of us aren't. Many of us are not
course not.
kind to ourselves.
And when there's a
Well,
mental illness,
I want to be kind to myself. I can
can't.
use some lasagna right now.
Well, you got chili.
So
very, very helpful. Those words. He wants to eat.
Well, I
haven't
just
eaten all day.
I just had a birthday. I'm going to segue off for a second. I just had a birthday, so I
You had a
decided to
birthday?
make chili, homemade chili.
when was your birthday?
Yesterday, 2 days ago.
Oh, happy freaking birthday!
Yeah, I'm old.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Do you viewers see what I deal with? This is what I deal with. This is what I deal with. Concerned about things, trying to figure things out. And dipshit A and B just blah, 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 over things
I
that
had
are
to say
worthless.
that.
But when there's a situation, I need to step in, sit and be serious.
That is true.
And
You are
be
true.
serious.
That is true.
Because someone needs to be serious.
Well, I just segued out for a second. We segued back in.
Someone needs to be serious. Someone needs to analyze. Someone needs to think. See things. Piss people off when you're trying to help them without attacking them,
No.
but
Well,
being
that's-
there for them.
That's the whole issue. You have to know how to help people without alienating them.
Right.
That's the important thing.
And
Whereas-
we did do a few episodes ago where I asked Shannon and I asked you. When I stepped in, were the results positive? I asked you both.
Yeah, you did.
You were expecting a joke.
From you.
From you.
Yeah, and I knew that was
Because I
gonna
did not expect you to be serious.
But he
expected
was.
you to
But he was.
evade the question.
Well, I mean,
The
I still
point
have a joke.
The point is, someone had to step in.
Yeah.
And the point I want to make is this: for those that are that dominant personality, that alpha, where you just demand people do this because you're so in tune with reality, which hopefully you are, and that's great. But you expect the other person to be as well. if there's a mental illness or an addiction. And I'm saying this because those people that do that, a lot of parents do that with their kids.
Oh, yeah.
Because
They do.
I've known so many of these alpha moms
Yeah.
with their kids.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They just demand their kids to
Yeah.
do this, and then the kids get to a point they're like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm getting the hell out of the house.
Yeah.
Getting the hell away from mom.
Yeah.
Because I can't stand it anymore, man. She knows everything.
Yeah.
She demands everything, not just with me, with everyone around her. She's
Yeah.
the alpha.
Well,
and people don't
She's
deal
the
with
leader
that.
of the PTA. She's the leader of everything.
In a way, in some cases, a lot of cases, it's good for the kids. They get out of the house. They interact with other people.
No, I'm talking about when they're ready to leave for good.
Oh yeah, then they can't
Because they
wait.
don't want to deal with that alpha mentality that I know everything, everybody does what I say.
Well, a lot of kids,
Because people that do that, they don't really care about what's going on with other people. They care about you're going to do what I say.
right.
Okay. Do you know what's going on? Your kid is suffering from depression, but your kid is going to snap out of it because you're that alpha, and it's just going to happen because you said so.
Yeah.
That's very helpful.
Extremely.
What do we do? How much time do we have?
We got about 9 minutes.
Okay, let me say this, folks, to the viewers. Sometimes it may come across that I'm attacking. I'm not attacking. I'm trying to get people to get their heads out of their frickin' asses. Set your egos aside. One of the biggest reasons we do this, I've said this before, I will say it again. And anyone, if you're wondering, well, who the hell is this guy? If you watch our videos, you know damn well what I've been through. If you haven't, go back and watch, and you'll see who this guy is.
Yeah.
One of the main reasons is not to sit here and tell people, hey, because we're depression, you are not alone. To sit here and tell you what depression is. They've got a lot of sites for that. Mm-hmm. To explain to you, this is what depression is. Okay, great. Are they helpful? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely helpful. Then where do you go from there? So you know what? I try to bring in my life experience, and I also, my frustration, when people aren't there to help other people, because that's really kind of been a main goal, is to get others
Involved.
to get them
Engaged.
involved in helping.
Yeah.
That has been a goal. That is why, actually, if you think about our title, You Are Not Alone, it kind of fits, right?
It absolutely fits.
It really fits.
Yeah.
For other people, you have someone struggling, and it doesn't have to be depression. It could be addiction. It could be so many things. To
Obesity
step
could be anything.
in.
Yeah.
There's so
That's
many
why-
issues.
That's why I talk about you can get frustrated because when you see that person needs help, they don't respond right away, and it's frustrating. Understood, but that's how it works. If it was so simple to just say, snap out of it, stop doing this, stop doing that, there, problem solved.
Yeah.
Then we don't need therapists anymore.
Yeah.
We don't need medications. We don't need anything. We just need you, the alpha, to go around telling people what to do.
Unfortunately, there's too much of that.
And then when people don't respond the way you want them to, you walk away. Because that happens a lot as well. I already told you what you need to do. You're not listening to me. There needs to be understanding, learning. Also, a lot of people that have that alpha mentality, they don't need to learn anything because they know everything. I think of the years I've had to research, the experiences I had to go through, the positives, the negatives. I know there are a lot of people too that want to motivate you by telling you the past is the past. You forget about it, put it behind you, and move forward.
No.
That sounds, on paper, that just sounds fantastic. It really does sound great. You know what? Bad experiences you had, whatever, you erase them from your mind, and you do nothing but move forward. There are a lot of people that will tell you that, and it sounds so good. That makes sense. Oh, I'm going to try to forget this, forget that. In my case, I will tell you this, and I know it doesn't apply to me, it applies to, this is the percentage I'm going to throw out there that it applies to. 100% of people that are alive on this planet right now that can look back at situations they experienced, even unpleasant, think of what they did to get through it, think of what they did wrong, think of what they did right, think of how it felt, learn from all of that, and then going forward, using that experience under your belt, should that situation arise again or a different one. You and I had this conversation just two or 3 days ago, and I'm not getting into details, where I said to you, you know what your advantage is right now. Remember me telling you this?
Yeah.
The experience you had, you now know what to do. Remember me saying that?
Yeah, that happens with everything.
Easily
Yeah.
to say, oh no, what happened to me, I'm just going to forget about it, act like it never happened. What do they say? We need to look at history.
Exactly.
So we don't repeat it. Right?
What's that
So we don't
saying? Those that ignore history are likely to repeat it.
Repeat it. So you know what? For me, can't speak for anyone, but I will, because this applies to 100%, as I said, of everyone on this planet. Looking back at things I did, especially with mental illness, it can apply to anything. Actually, it applies to everything.
It does apply to everything.
It applies to everything.
Wait,
It applies to driving a car.
Yeah,
You know,
no,
I did this, I did that.
it
It was
does.
stupid. I shouldn't have done it. I'm not going to do that again. It applies to everything. Losing your parents. Listen. Horrible memories.
Oh.
Sad. Shannon still has her parents. You know what it'll do when, not if, when, because it's life. If she loses a parent, I will have compassion for her because I know how I felt.
Yeah.
So then, not only from my experience is it beneficial to me, it's also beneficial to those around me because I remember how it hurt. I remember how it felt. So I'll be more compassionate and supportive because I know what it felt like. It's called learning.
Yeah.
This concept of just move forward, forget the past as if it never happened. Really? That's great advice. Great advice. The person that gives you that advice doesn't do that. Because it's so easy to give people advice, but you don't do it. That's why I've also said this in many episodes. I don't just chirp. Been there, done that. Don't tell people you should do this, in my opinion you should do that and that, but I'm not doing it. But you should.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Right, I've also said that too. Because that's what a lot of religion is about, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, you need to do this, you need to do that. Yeah, but you're not doing it. Yeah, but don't worry about me, you do it.
Yeah, you're
I'm
not
telling you
doing
what
it,
to
but
do.
you're telling other
I'm telling
people
you what to do and judging you.
Yeah. Oh, and
judging
you.
for not doing what I tell
Yeah.
you, even though I don't do it.
Exactly.
It doesn't work, man.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't work. So you know what? I get frustrated sometimes here doing these podcasts because I've dealt with so many people in my life and I remember things. I remember people I've interacted with years ago. I see the patterns of people's behavior. These alphas, and I've known so many, like I said, especially moms with their kids. And they see other kids turn out, and they see their kids grow up, and like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'm not dealing with her anymore. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Overly aggressive, yeah.
Ego. Get the egos out of the way. If you have someone struggling
I had
with something,
friends in high school that had moms like that.
God, so did I, and my
yeah.
kids had friends with whose moms were like that.
Yeah.
And there are dads like that too, as well. But
No doubt.
let's understand something. If someone is struggling, someone you know, and you don't understand, find out. You don't automatically know things. Get your ego aside. First thing, most important, helping that person out. That's what you need to do first. Not your ego, not satisfying your ego. Because that's going to please you for a while. It's not helping anyone else. All right, folks, well,
Thank you for joining.
sorry for the frustration, but thanks for watching, and please
Take care.
subscribe to our YouTube channel. Give us a thumbs up. We appreciate the support from the crew here. Take care
Bye.
and be well.